In this video, I will demonstrate how to compute a confidence interval for a proportion using the Texas Instruments 83+ calculator. We're going to be following the example in the confidence intervals chapter of your book, chapter 8, in the section entitled Confidence Interval for a Population Proportion, example 1. In this, a market research firm is hired to estimate the percent of adults living in a large city who have cell phones. 500 randomly selected adults are surveyed, and of those surveyed 500, 421 respond yes that they own cell phones. In order to compute a confidence interval for the population proportion of adults in this city who own cell phones, we go to the stat section of our calculator, press the stat key, then go over to tests, and under tests you will find a 1 proportion z interval. It's letter A on the list. Press enter, and it'll ask you to input x and n. X represents the number of successes of the Bernoulli random variable that you're measuring. In this case, we're measuring people who respond yes for a cell phone. So we enter 421 because 421 people responded yes to this survey. N represents the sample size, 500 in this case. Confidence level, we could change this to whatever the problem asked for. In this case, though, it's asking for a 95% confidence interval, so leave it at 0.95. Finally calculate, and we get our interval. Just to explain these numbers that we have here, the interval itself is 0.81 to 0.87. But once again, as with all of our confidence intervals, you're going to be required to express this confidence interval in a complete sentence. And so the complete sentence you might use is that that you are 95% confident that the true proportion of adults who live in this particular city who own cell phones is between 81% and 87.4%. The other number that you might be interested in here is the p-hat number. This you could have computed yourself pretty easily. 0.842 represents the proportion of the sample that owned cell phones, so 84.2% of the sample owned cell phones. That's just 421 divided by 500.